Hi, I'm Jerry Davis with Bernie Bushmasters, and I have a product review today. It's a piece of equipment that I use all the time. I've used it every day pretty much for a couple of years. It does ride in my 4Runner most of the time, or it's in my office, or it's in my wife's car. I carry it on my shoulder sometimes, but not all the time. It's heavy. I have a lot of equipment in it, but it is outstanding. I would definitely buy this product again. It was very inexpensive. It's very sturdy. It looks good, and it carries some interesting things. And it's a shoulder bag. And I'll go ahead and show it to you right now. And I'll open it up. I'll show you what I commonly carry in it, and let your imagination run wild. All right, as I mentioned earlier, this is my UTG shoulder bag. I think I paid, I don't know, 30 bucks for it from UTG. Ordered it off Amazon.com a couple of years ago, and I carry it all the time. It's heavy. I have a lot of equipment in it, but what I want to do is just very quickly show you what I have in this bag. So this is what it looks like. This is the size of it. From the side, front, from the side, the front, the other side, the back, and then the strap, and it has a belt attachment right there. If you want to, recommend it that you do attach it to your belt sometimes when you bend over, because it will slide around. The strap goes all the way underneath. It has some other attachments here underneath. It has some Somali attachments here on the side. I rarely use them. Has Velcro here for our name tag, Velcro here on the top for anything else that you want to stick onto it. Beginning at the top, you can put a sunglass case in here. I have extra CR123 batteries, a couple of packs of those, and a charger for my Lenovo IdeaPad that I carry inside. And you can also charge your phone. And relationship, oh, great zippers too. I have my, I carry my wallet in here. This is a Special Ops wallet. It's big as a Samsonite suitcase. Well, I'll have to do something about that driver's license, won't I? This is my wallet, and it's as large as a Samsonite suitcase, but it's handy. Carries a lot of stuff. Has a zipper pocket in there. No money. A couple of grommets here, so if you can wear it on a lanyard around your neck if you want to, with an identification card in this pocket. Great wallet, and same color. That's cool. But it fits perfectly in that zipper pouch. It did not come with it, so if you want one, you know they're not they don't come. This is a battery charger. Bought this off Amazon.com several years ago. It charges whenever it sees the sun. The sun's shining right now. This is a solar charger, and this is great. I mean, it's really outstanding. I've gotten a lot of use out of this thing. It comes with multiple adapters that plug in right here, so it'll fit pretty much anything. And it's rugged. I mean, it's held up. So I carry it in this pocket right here, and I keep this adapter beside it. There's a zipper pocket right here. In this zipper pocket, I carry some Bluetooth, Moto, Rocker, wireless headphones. You can feed a wireless signal from your cell phone and listen to music if you have stored music, or if you want to stream music off Spotify. And when your phone rings, you just tap the side and it'll click. It'll click one time and go to your phone, and then when you terminate the phone call, you click it again and it goes back to audio. Great little product. I bought 3 of these. I've had them all for about 3 years. I use them all the time. I've never had a problem with them. Great product. This is an Israeli Military Industries trauma bandage. I carry this in my bug out, or my everyday carry bag, because if I get shot or stabbed, I do want to be able to treat it. And this is a 6-inch hemorrhage control bandage. Great product. Really good. I mean, it's outstanding. Carry one all the time, because you never know, it could be your day. Extra magazine for my SD. This is the extended magazine. Oh, these are Hornady Duty round, D-U-T-Y, Got a little rubber insert right there. I don't know how effective they are. You can watch YouTube videos on them all day long. An extra flashlight. Flip phone. Flip phone is, well, I won't really go into the details on why you should carry a flip phone, but you should carry a flip phone. Compass, in case I need to try to figure out which end is up. In the main compartment, I carry my Lenovo IdeaPad. I've used this for years. I highly recommend it. Tremendous audio. It has a great audio chip in here. The video is very good too. I can't complain about it. It's outstanding. It is outstanding. I use it almost every day, have for years, and it's flawless. Notebook for taking notes. I like to write. My kids like to draw in it in church. My Bible, King James Version. Great book to read. If you've never read it, I highly recommend it. There's some interesting things in there. The truth is in here. In fact, the scripture says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. You want to know who God is? Here He is. And He's your friend. Read that. There are some two internal pockets in here. They're mesh. And then it has kind of like an Alice pack or one of the Marine Corps, big Marine Corps backpacks. It's got a pull tie to close it to keep anything from falling out. That's a nice handy feature. It has a couple of good side pockets. So I have a good powerful flashlight in this pocket, as well as an additional magazine with some different rounds in it. Soft nose lead soft points right there, and yeah, stray bullet. On this side is, I guess you could call it a cup holder, but it carries a nice size insulated. This did not come with it. I bought this, but anything will fit. That's a great feature. It does add to the weight though. This booger gets heavy. It gets heavy. I keep my Gerber. I have a Gerber multi-tool that I keep in a magazine pouch on this strap, because if I ever am in a situation where, you know, I have to walk, I don't have access to a vehicle, I'm away from home. I mean, if it's a problem, you know, things blow up like they're doing in Charlotte right now, and you just kind of get stuck, you will need some tools. You're going to need some tools. And probably the most important tool that you'll need is going to be something like this. This is Springfield Armory XDM Compact, 3.8 inch barrel. It's terrific. And my children shoot it. I've got a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old. They can both hit the target and occasionally hit the bullseye at about 20 meters. This is a shooter. This sucker shoots. Now, there's a problem with mine. This rear sight is just a little bit over that way, and I need to take that in and have it fixed. But other than that, this is an ideal weapon to carry. And it's easy. This is a sticky holster. You just put it in the back of your pants or whatever. It won't slide down. And it's very comfortable. You'll forget that you're carrying. Just put it in the small of your back. Outstanding weapon. Plus it has, this is a little cocked indicator right here. You see that little silver nipple sticking up right there? You can feel it in the dark. So if you have to grab your weapon in the dark, you just feel that and go, yeah, it's cocked. But this, that little piece right there is a loaded chamber indicator. And you'll notice it's flat, which means the chamber is empty. I know I carry on an empty chamber, but I have children and I have to be careful. This is the safety, and this little trigger blade right here is also the safety. There's no other manual safety. When you grab it and squeeze it, it's going to go boom. In fact, I'll shoot it right now. It'll go boom, but there's no bullet in there, as we already knew. And plus, I live out in the country. Had it gone off, I would have been supremely embarrassed. Probably edited that out. Yeah, but anyway, I highly recommend this weapon. Polymer frame, they don't wear out. It's made in Czechoslovakia by CZ. And CZ builds excellent weapons. What else do I have in here? Oh yeah, this sucker. Good knife. It's nothing special. It just rides around in here in case I don't have a knife on me, which is almost never. I mean, I have two on me right now. I'm kind of like Chris Tanner, if you know Chris Tanner over Prepared Mind. We like knives, you know. We're just kind of messed up that way. I'd much prefer to use a knife in combat than a firearm, because a knife or a sword, that's personal. You know, you're right there with them. You're smelling their air, they're smelling your air. You're there together in a fight to the death. Knives are cool. So anyway, I recommend this bag if you're looking for something. If you're a guy or even a woman, you can get them different colors. You can get black ones and probably brown. I don't know if they make pink if you want to carry pink, but I carry mine to church. I sit near my pastor. He's aware there are many of us that we know we live in a dangerous world. And Jesus, in chapter 23 of the book of Luke, commanded his disciples to carry swords. And it was a command. And Peter had his and struck one of those guards from the temple when they came to arrest Jesus. And all Jesus said was, put it back. And he took the guy's ear and put it back on his head, because Jesus had to be arrested. He had to be crucified. He didn't want Peter to interfere with that. But he didn't tell Peter to get rid of that weapon. He didn't say, don't ever do that. He already commanded his disciples to carry weapons. And also the scripture says, as much as possible, live in peace with all men, which perfectly means that it's not possible to live in peace with everybody. Sometimes you have to fight. The scripture says that King David was a man after God's own heart. But God wouldn't let David build the temple specifically because he'd killed too many people. He had too much blood on his hands. But God did say that the Messiah would come from David's bloodline and sit on David's throne. David was a warrior. The scripture says in the Old Testament, God is a warrior. We are commanded to love people, to reach out to them, to be merciful to them, to be kind to them. But if you have an enemy who's intent on killing you, take care of business. You're not supposed to just lay down. You can do that. But you might have to defend some people. What if you're surrounded by lost people? None of them are saved. But all of their lives are at risk. And if they die, they go to hell. And they go to hell because they get killed, and they get killed because you did nothing. And you did nothing because that was what you chose to do, even though you know the Lord commands you to arm yourselves. And it's so important. He says, sell something and buy a weapon if you don't have the money. Luke chapter 23. Don't let anybody twist it up. I've read a bunch of pastors that have all kinds of convoluted nonsense to say about that. And it's mostly because they are too chicken shit to carry a weapon. Don't you be like them. Okay, that's Jerry Davis, Bernie Bushmasters. Great bag. If you want something like this, I highly recommend it.